Hey guys, welcome back to Ad Lib Talk. And it's been a while since I last reviewed an actual movie. And today I will actually be reviewing a new movie which just came out on Netflix called Mosul. So before we start with the review, don't forget to leave a like on this video if you enjoy it. And please do consider subscribing if you still have not. Let's get straight into that review. So like I said, it's been a while since my last actual movie review, and I have been looking very hard for new movies which have come out, and Mosul is the first one that actually caught my attention. Co-produced by the Russo brothers, who also produced a recently quite a fun movie, nothing too great, mind you, but a decent movie, Extraction, which was a straightforward action movie, but quite enjoyable. I had given it a 3 out of 5, so I was interesting to see how Mosul would do compared to Extraction. So the movie itself, it's pretty good. I'm not going to say it's amazing, but it's not bad. So Mosul is a tale of a few policemen who travel around the city of Mosul, right? Trying to liberate it from ISIS militants. So the story starts off with a very intense action sequence in which 2 policemen are sort of pinned down in this shop, and they're holding some prisoners there, and as they're being shot at, they fire back and they manage to take out some of these ISIS militants, and eventually their ammo runs out. We have Kaya's uncle who dies, and anyways, it seems to be over for the 2 policemen, right? And eventually, however, we hear this gunfire outside, very disciplined, very tactical gunfire, and it's now quiet. And so we meet SWAT, this like elite squad of policemen, former policemen, who are traveling around the city of Mosul, cleaning it up from the remainder of ISIS soldiers who are still there in the city. The rest of the action takes place over basically 24 hours, in which our protagonist sort of grows and learns how to survive in this barren wasteland. Directed by debutant Matthew Michael Carnahan, this movie is not non-stop action. You might be thinking that when you sort of hear the premise of the movie, but it's actually not non-stop action. We get a lot of slow moments in which the team sort of rest. There isn't a lot of interaction, mind you. However, the squad sort of do realistic things. And the whole movie has this feeling of grit, has this feeling of realism, which I particularly enjoy. Everyone here is focused on sort of achieving their mission, and most of the squad are not given any particularly interesting or important screen time for character development. I mean, the movie is 1 hour 40 minutes, so it would be hard to give that much time to most of the squad. However, props to Suhail Dabash, who is a Major Jassem, the man in charge of this elite squad. He's incredibly charismatic and very, very human character. And it's incredibly believable, and it's very, very believable that, this band of men would follow him to the death. On the way to their mission, the squad sort of spot these 2 kids who are carrying their dead father in a cart. As the rest of the squad are scared because they're outside, they're in the open, they can be shot at any time. They're sort of insisting, listen, we have to carry on, we have to continue, we have to finish our mission. And Major Jassem, however, stops and keeps on calling to these kids, telling them, listen, come with us, we'll take you to the safe part of the city. And the boss acting in this scene, and pretty much any scene in this movie, is excellent and successfully portrays the humane part of this very, very tough major. Kawa, who is our protagonist himself, is also quite well acted by Adam Bessa. He successfully portrays this young man who has been put into such a difficult situation. And how would sort of this young, innocent man change, considering the horrors of war that he gets to see, and not just see, but also participate in. However, there's no crying here, no overacting by the actor's parts, by Adam Bessa's part. What I did enjoy was the acting he did with his eyes. So it's all very nuanced, all very subdued. But slowly, the actor successfully portrays how the sort of innocence leaves his eyes. The innocence that we had in the beginning of the day till the end of the day, the eyes changed completely. And, the innocence dies out slowly as he gets tougher and tougher, as he experiences hardship and more hard experiences in the war against ISIS. Rest of the cast are quite decent. I mean, Isha Elias is also very good, but the rest, they are adequate. I mean, they don't get a lot to work with, but they do definitely look the part of tough soldiers. As previously mentioned, this squad of fearsome soldiers travel throughout the city of Mosul on a secret mission, at least a secret for Kawa and for the audience. And as they travel throughout the city, they are faced with a number of different action set pieces, which are seemingly taken out of a Call of Duty campaign mission. And this is not to say they're bad. I mean, they're not. The action sequences are filmed quite well. There's nothing too unique here, but the shaky cam works well. I enjoy shaky cam when done correctly, and here it's done quite well. It puts you right in the thick of the action, and it makes the scenes quite intense. Just like, for example, the opening of this movie, which was very, very good, very intense, and very well done. Basically, there are some fantastic shots as well, some fantastic wide shots, either of the city of Mosul, or as there, for example, one scene where a sniper takes up this position in the high ground and starts sniping at different ISIS soldiers. And a very, very satisfactory scene, very well shot, very good. This, combined with some very scary, almost hand-to-hand sequences in which the elite squad, SWAT, clear through building after building, very well done there as well. Carnahan might be a debutant director, but he has written the screenplay of movies like World War Z and 21 Bridges, and that experience can be seen, especially in the movie's action sequences. Apart from the action, I must also comment about the sort of idea and the message, the theme behind this movie, which is the cleaning up of the city of Mosul. I enjoyed how director Carnahan focuses so much on this. This is not just a pointless action movie. We can rebuild everything. We have to kill them all first, is what Major Jassem tells us at one point. This movie has no white savior, thankfully. It's an Iraq war movie focused on Iraqi characters who speak in Arabic. There is a strong message here, and these men are ready to sacrifice everything for a better tomorrow for their city. It may not be too graceful, may not be too unique, but in the context of this movie, it really does work. Finally, I also have to quickly comment about its ending. I thought I would predict the whole movie, but I definitely did not predict that ending. It was emotional, very powerful, and made basically the whole movie worth watching just to see that sliver of humanity at the end. Very beautiful and very, very well thought of, very well done. So, with some pretty good action sequences, decent acting by its lead, and a very gritty and realistic take on the war in Iraq against ISIS militants, Mosul is well worth the watch, and I am looking forward to seeing more of this kind of action movies on Netflix. I give Mosul a 3.5 out of 5. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed that review. If you did, why not check out my other movie reviews on Adlib Talk. Cheers, and I'll see you guys next time right here on Adlib Talk.